Welcome to Not Quite a Homestead. So it was 76 degrees yesterday and now it is 56 degrees. Welcome to the East Coast. Anyway, we had a lot done yesterday and I'm trying to get a little bit more done today. The kids are out here in the yard with me, so we'll see how much I can actually get done. We purchased some soil for filling our raised beds. It was supposed to be an 80-20 topsoil and compost composition, and the topsoil was supposed to be screened. As we start filling our beds, we've discovered the topsoil was not screened very well, if at all. We're finding lots of rocks, we're even finding some pieces of glass and large chunks of wood. Anyway, that's going to work out okay for the majority of our crops, but things like root crops, they aren't going to tolerate that at all. So I went out to the local big box store and bought a bunch of bags of garden soil. So we've been slowly filling this bed right here up with the garden soil. It's just a cheap topsoil mix that I'm going to mix some peat moss in with and then add in some fertilizer. Just to give you an idea of the kind of soil that we're talking about here, we're in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, and we're in the Eastern Panhandle, and this is our native soil. Super heavy, dense clay. It not super great for growing in. Just doesn't really, it holds lots of water, but it kind of turns into almost a cement. Not super pleasant. And then this is the product that we purchased from a local supplier. Definitely better, it's lighter, but we've got all sorts of junk in it. There's rocks, there's sticks, there's even, there's a piece of glass. So we're not super happy with that, but we're gonna make do. We've already had it delivered. So, and then this is the garden soil that we purchased at the big box store. So you can see the difference. This is a lot looser, but it's primarily peat moss and composted wood chips. So we're gonna be growing in these two mediums. So with me and we'll get this bed all filled so we can get started. Bags to fill that, and they were 2 cubic feet each, so there's a lot of soil in there. Super happy. The composition of the soil, it looks like it's just peat moss and wood chips. We're going to add in a little bit more peat moss, and we're going to amend it with some blood meal, some bone meal, and I think we're going to do a little experiment with trifecta. So a little shout out to My Gardener right there. So now we have the raised bed all situated with the new soil. This is where the root crops are going to go. We need to throw some fertilizer in. So we're using organic products this year. This would be a Spoma, Biotone or Garden Tone. This works really well. It's got an NPK of 344. So you've got your nitrogen, your potassium, and your... So this is Garden Tone. This is a product that I've used for years. It's got an NPK of 344. It's low. It's a slow release fertilizer. It works really well over the season. This is a new product that we're using this year. This is trifecta. My Gardener sells this, and it's a 5-10-4 product. They're very similar in their composition. I believe that the My Gardener one has like beneficial fungi, where this one just has bacterium. I'm not really sure. I can put some more information about both products down in the description below. What we're going to do is we're actually going to split the bed in half. We're going to plant half of it with the trifecta and half of it with the Garden Tone. So it's kind of an experiment of sorts to see how the trifecta works for us. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a few handfuls and kind of mix it into the first couple inches of the soil, really work it in there, and we'll be able to plant. Now the root bed is all situated and all fertilized. We're going to plant. We're going to plant some radishes, we're going to plant some carrots, and we're going to plant some beets. I'll list down below in the description box what types of seeds we're using and where we got them. Ready? Here we go. Now we're just gonna water everything, give it a good drink, and wait for growth.
That's water.
Everything is planted. We have several different varieties of beets, carrots, and radishes, and all that's left to do now is wait for them to grow. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, we're new, so if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment box down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Have a good day.